have come to announce that I found out that in ministry, God likes this boy. That you came before me does not now give you an advantage. That you know what I don't know doesn't give you an advantage. That you are in Lagos and I'm in Ogbomoso doesn't give you an advantage. That you have 2,000 members and I'm still hoping for 1,000 does not give you an advantage. He likes me. That's why I can preach from here and they can hear in Australia. It's not because you pray more than me. It's not because you study more than me. It was God liking me that gave me access into scriptures. I started listening to Bishop T.D. Jakes in the year 2001. And one of the first sermons I listened to was Favour is not fair. That this one can work hard, this one can be lounging. And when God wants to advance, he takes the lounging man, I mean the guy who just wakes up and sleeps and says, you move up. And this one says, but I favored him. Favour is actually God creating a second route. There's a route of labor. There's another route of favor. The gate is most times closed. But when God zooms in on a man and wants to show what he can do, what he does is that he opens that side gate. So that you go for a job interview and they tell the one who had the first class to go home. And they say, what did you graduate with? He said, I almost got a certificate of attendance. And for no other reason, nothing sexual, nothing immoral. He says, what I like you. And that's one word that features much in Favour. It was the same word by which David was chosen from amongst his brothers. It was not because he was better. He said, when it pleased God to choose for Israel a king in the tribe of Judah, God, from my father's house, from amidst of my brothers, he chose me because he liked me. You will need to go as far as God to know why God liked him. It's not captured in our Bible why God liked him. Every other reason you give, that because David was following sheep, he ran after this. They are just extrapolations. I like you is I like you. I have come to announce that I found out that in ministry, God likes this boy. That you came before me does not now give you an advantage. That you know what I don't know doesn't give you an advantage. That you are in Lagos and I'm in Ogbomoso doesn't give you an advantage. That you have 2,000 members and I'm still hoping for 1,000 does not give you an advantage. He likes me. That's why I can preach from here and they can hear in Australia. It's not because you pray more than me. It's not because you study more than me. It was God liking me that gave me access into scriptures. The only thing you can do is to be angry with God. Can you say boldly, he likes me? You don't believe it, yeah? You see how scattered we are saying it. Can you say with confidence, God likes me? God likes me. We have checked Ojibola. The race is not to the swift. I've had too many people say, somebody sent me a message, I think it was from Rwanda recently. He said, I've listened to you for 2 years and I say this just sense of humility. I don't know if it's true. He said, I'm a Bible scholar. I've listened to you for 2 years and I've found out that you've not mistakenly preached error once. There's one. Have you passed in front of the seminary recently? Have you seen that billboard? Damn, why should I be ministering in the midst of those people? Professors? No. What is my place? You see, I sent a message to the convener. I said, maybe they told them that there's one boy that feels that he knows something. Let's rubbish him. I'm not in the class of anybody. I don't know half the Bible. I told my wife I want to sit through all the lessons so make her not go enter throwing. So I want to be there from the beginning of the conference. But when I was coming back from Lagos on Saturday and I saw the billboard, I knew that the race is not to the swift. The battle is not to the strong. If God likes you, he likes you. For me, it was God picking the poor man from the dunghill and said, those men are princes. I've sat under the seminary president since he was a church pastor. When he was in Oyo, his wife was my guardian in school. She's my auntie. And I know that he knows. I remember when I came into town, I wanted to learn a little about eschatology. He's a master of those theories of the second coming. I sat with him for a while and I was like, he has books. So when I asked him, who else is ministering? I thought maybe it's me and JD. So no, I can say JD, I bet more than teach me one thing. Make I no go for them. Or do you know 3 things? Me, I know 2. Because JD also knows more than me. I said, let's share 2.5, 2.5. But I was afraid. A part of me is still afraid. My confidence is that God likes me. That what He has placed here, you cannot have, even if you pray for it. My signature is on it. That was Mary. Her natural womb was gifted an election. I'm being personal like this because the things God has promised you, you think they are public stuff. That's why you're afraid. You think this famine in our nation will take you out? A list was populated before the famine came. You escaped. Has God ever shown you that you died by starvation? But you think you must be a hustler? I don't know. I don't know how a believer has expectations that God didn't show him. Just like I still believe that if I need another car tomorrow, and I've seen 2 vehicles that I will have, you will thank God with me. You will not say, oh, okay, just bought a car. No, you will thank God with me when the vehicles arrive. I began to project in that direction because He has showed to me that that's what we ride. That's how I live. I've studied Bible faith. It does not start from the mind. It starts from the heart of God. God does not transmit a generalized will when the issues of faith are concerned. He transmits a person specific will. What He said to Abraham, He didn't say to Lot. When Jacob in Genesis chapter 49 leaned upon his staff, what he did was to project into the lives of all of his children what their future will look like. The only one who had an altered future required the ministry of a prince, because what Moses came to do was to restore the ordination of Reuben. Jacob knew what his ordination was, that it was the beginning, the beginning of his strength. It was the excellence of dignity. It was the excellency of power. That was Reuben's place. But when a father is grieved, he can cut off a son from life. And that was what he did because of what Reuben did. When Moses came, God must have gifted him a revelation that, you see, Reuben will not fall one day in the battle. The men of Reuben will just continue to reduce in number. A cause of impotency was going to happen in that family, and gradually, when you number the tribes, Reuben will have gone extinct. So all that Moses came to say was, he came as a type of a New Testament revivalist to say, let Reuben live and not die, and let his men not be few. That's all he came to do. But you see, all those excellency of power were waiting to be animated. Reuben began to live when Moses came. Are you getting my point? The things that attend to you per faith are person specific. That's why there is the labor to hear. There were many virgins, but the one who had expectation was the one who was visited. You will need to go and look for your books. Your fears are because God does not come many times in the season of adversity to show a man how a man will win. He comes in the days of plenty to say so many things to you, and if you are not used to taking notes, when adversity comes, you will be afraid. Have you seen yourself with wife and children before? In your dreams? And you see, don't mind that. That's not what spiritual wife looks like. Are you with me? Because I was sharing with JD one day, and it was really enlightening me. I've shared here before. That some people saw snail in their dream and say, how my life will be slow. JD was now lecturing them that, you see, everything that God created captures a reality of God. The slow pace of the snail, but the eventual arrival of the snail is proof that, you see, the time clocks of God can be slow, but his promises will be kept. Sometimes it's an advertisement of the patience of God. He gives you a lot of room, so it comes slowly. The ability of the chameleon to melt into any background advertises to you a God who is the I am. That if it is scarcity of money, he can become a provider of money. If you are threatened, he can become a defender. It is the environment that instructs what he will become. Are you with me? But some people say they see chameleon. Ha! Say my life will be regular now. Did the devil create anything? Somebody who didn't know God but had the privilege to be behind the altar said that it was the enemy that planted the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. We know what the enemy sows. What does he sow? Tears. That's his only allocation. He doesn't plant trees for fruit.